Fillies locked away. Off and running in this 2-year-old Fillies Maiden. Drumbeg Dream broke smartly, leads early. Magical and Active Approach close up, followed by Shalanga with Eos towards the inside. Behind them Rianuk. They're followed by Mary Tudor on the outside of Athena, and at the back of the field in the early stages is Hence. As they continue down the far side, they've covered about 2 furlongs, and bowling along out in front is Drumbeg Dream, leads by about 3 lengths. Magical is second. Active Approach running third. Eos on the inside of Shalanga, a break then of about 3 lengths to Rianuk, followed into the far turn by Athena, the grey Mary Tudor, and at the back is Hence as they make the turn and begin the approach to the straight. Out in front, Drumbeg Dream leads by 2.5 lengths or so, followed by Magical with Active Approach a close third on the outside. As they head across at the halfway stage, approaching the turn in, Drumbeg Dream by less than 2 now. Magical and Active Approach tracking, followed by Eos. Shalanga is on the outside, a break then to Rianuk in the yellow colours as they turn in with over 3 furlongs to race. Drumbeg Dream out in front with the noseband, chased by Active Approach. Magical driven along. Down the outside, staying on, is Mary Tudor as they head on now towards the 2. Drumbeg Dream still out in front, chased by Mary Tudor and Magical. Active Approach is behind them. Rianuk and Shalanga down the outside. Mary Tudor on the outside of Magical, they fight it out. Back in third, Drumbeg Dream inside the final furlong. Mary Tudor, the grey, on the stand side. Magical over on the far side, neck and neck with less than 100 yards to race. Mary Tudor and Magical. Magical staying on the far side. It's going to be tight. Magical from Mary Tudor. Active Approach, long time leader Drumbeg Dream in 4th and 5th place for Hence.
Bye. They're off. They begin in the Breast Cancer Research Debutante Stakes, Group 2 over 7 furlongs, and the first to show is Magical with the white cap. Leading in the early stages, Dawn Delivers and Shakiba. On their outside is Happily, tracked by Black Sails as they race to the elbow. September is close in behind with the grey Mary Tudor and feisty Katerina. Inside the 5 furlong point, and the leader is Magical and Donnacha O'Brien, tracked by Happily and Ryan Moore, with Dawn Delivers and Kevin Manning close to the rail. In between horses is Black Sails and Colin Keane, with on the outside September and Shamie Heffernan. Then comes Shakiba, Mary Tudor and feisty Katerina. Reaching the halfway stage and bowling along, less than 2 lengths in front is Magical, followed closely by Happily. September on the outside of Dawn Delivers, then Black Sails, feisty Katerina, Shakiba and Mary Tudor. Passing the 3 in the Breast Cancer Research Debutante Stakes, and with a narrow advantage against the rail, it's Magical. 1 from the rail pushed up now is Happily, and September on the outside in the dark blue. Then comes Black Sails, Dawn Delivers and Mary Tudor, racing towards the final furlong and a half, and it's Magical in the lead, and it's pouring it on. Leads a couple of lengths from Happily. September, Mary Tudor runs on the outside, then Black Sails. They're racing into the closing stages in the Breast Cancer Research Debutante Stakes, and it's Magical all the way. Beats Happily, Mary Tudor, September, Shakiba, Black Sails, with the final pair, Dawn Delivers and feisty Katerina.
Runner set for the Kilboy Estate Stakes, Group 2 race. Set, they're off. As they leave the gate, September just gave them a length or so as Magical moves through in the centre, but on the outside, Ship of Dreams, I'm So Fancy, is just behind the leaders, and they're followed by Broadway, who's been pushed up on the outside as they begin now to settle down and race right over on the far side of the track, with Magical and Broadway moving up on the outside. I'm So Fancy is next. Close in behind is Ship of Dreams, and these are being followed by Damsel Fly, who's just on the outside of September, and dropped in is Sirocki. So they're beginning to climb now to take them up towards the 6 furlong point, and Magical and Ryan Moore in the lead, with Broadway moving up on the outside under Donnacha O'Brien to pick up second. I'm So Fancy, Colm O'Donoghue in third, with Ship of Dreams, Shane Foley in fourth. They're being followed by Sirocki and Wayne Lorton, who's just ahead of Damsel Fly and Billy Lee. with September and Shamey Heffernan just the back marker. Beginning now to make the downhill run for the approach to the straight, half a mile to go. And Magical leads from Broadway in second. I'm So Fancy is third. Ship of Dreams is followed by Sir Rocky, with Damsel Fly in September next. So they're coming now to make the turn to swing into the straight. Just less than 3 to go, and on straightening up for home in the Kilboy Estate Stakes. The leader is Magical against the rail from Broadway, Ship of Dreams, and I'm So Fancy tracking the leader as they race now with a furlong and a half to go. Magical is the leader, followed by I'm So Fancy chasing up now within a length in second. Broadway and Ship of Dreams are next. Inside the final furlong, and it's Magical and Ryan Moore 2 lengths in front of I'm So Fancy, followed by Broadway. Running to the finish now, and it is Magical and Ryan Moore 2 in front. Second home, I'm So Fancy. Broadway's third. Ship of Dreams is followed in fourth.
And they're all set to go for the Kipco British Champions Fillies Mares Stakes. And they're away over the mile and a half. Broadway looks like being dropped in early, was slow to stride. Bye Bye Baby going up on the inside of God Given and Pilaster. Out wide is Hydrangea in the purple cap. Kite Surf tracking these. Magical towards the inside in the white cap. Lati Dar was drawn wide. Is just caught a little wide in the run downhill towards Swinley Bottom. Sizzling towards the back of the field with Broadway as God Given and Bye Bye Baby take them along. Lati Dar is very handy out wide a little keenly. Looking to get in a little bit now. Frankie Dettori, but in a handy position with Hydrangea towards the outside of Lati Dar. Pilaster in the red, white and blue round the inside. Kite Surf, the blue of Godolphin, is tracking the leaders. Out wide is Coronet, and they're followed by Magical in the white cap up the inside. Sizzling is towards the second half of the field together with Broadway, and they swing right-handed now at Swinley Bottom, and Flattering is the back marker in the pink cap, swinging right-handed. And Bye Bye Baby continues to take them along from God Given a length down in second, a half length away to Pilaster, then the favourite Lati Dar a length and a half behind these in fourth place. Hydrangea's out wide of Magical, then in the midfield Kite Surf still held on to from Coronet inside the sixth, followed by Sizzling round the inside, Broadway and Flattering at the back of the field. Still Bye Bye Baby, one of 6 runners here for Aidan O'Brien leading the way. God Given and Jamie Spencer in second, Pilaster a half length away third. Then comes Frankie on the favourite Lati Dar, the pink jacket in fourth place, well positioned, got plenty of racing room there towards the outside. Out wide of Lati Dar is Hydrangea as they run into the bend, followed by Magical round the inner of Kite Surf. Coronet just being stoked up, and then Broadway and Flattering about to swing the corner. Bye Bye Baby coming under pressure. God Given Trav as well. Here's Lati Dar almost making a line of 3. Out wide almost a line of 4 with Hydrangea picking up. Kite Surf in behind as the sprint is on. Lati Dar is committed, but God Given going with her. But now she begins to assert. Lati Dar just edging across to the inside rail. Here's Magical chasing after Frankie here. Ryan Moore is hunting down Lati Dar, and Magical goes on by Lati Dar. Kite Surf third. Coronet with a big run down the outside. Magical leads the way inside the final furlong. Coronet trying to make inroads. Their favourite Lati Dar is only third. Magical is driven right out from Coronet, and Magical for the win in the Fillies Mares. From Coronet in second, the favourite Lati Dar third, and a gap back to the fourth, Kite Surf.
They're all in line. We are ready for a start. They're off in the Breeders' Cup turf. Glorious Empire goes immediately to the early lead, and Channel Maker is sent along on the inside, so these two are 1-2 early on, and Enable is right behind them, and now High Happy goes into the mix too. Then it's Robert Bruce, Talismanic on the inside, and Hunting Horn. Magical is in behind them, 5.5 lengths off the lead, then Quarteto de Cortes, followed by Arklow on the inside of Waldgeist. Liam the Charmer is next, and Sadler's Joy trails. The first quarter was 24.65 seconds for Glorious Empire, who leads Channel Maker by 3/4 of a length. length, heading into the stretch for the first time. High Happy is perched outside of them, running in third position as they straighten out. And then it's Talismanic, last year's winners, down on the inside, 5 lengths off the lead, Enables in between horses. Hunting Horn is there on the outside. And then comes Robert Bruce, followed by the other filly in the race, Magical, who's 6 lengths off the lead. Voltgeist is next, and then comes Arklow. They continue through a 49.11 half mile. And then it's back to Liam the Charmer, Quarteto de Cordes, and the trailer is Sadler's Joy. Glorious Empire on top as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. Channelmaker continues to be the closest pursuer in second, and High Happy is third. And then on the inside is Talismanic, and Abel is fifth right now, and she's 5.5 lengths off the lead, 3/4 up and 1:14.22, solid enough on this going as they head on to the back stretch. Hunting Horn is outside of Enable. Now they're moving together, and they're about 3.5 lengths off the lead, and just ahead of Magical, who right to the outside of her has Robert Bruce, and then it's Voltgeist. On the inside comes Arklow. So they continue up the backstretch, and it's been Glorious Empire all the way so far. Channelmaker is second, High Happy is third. Meanwhile, Enable at this stage of the race is 7th, and she's 3 lengths off the lead, running in behind horses, moving for the far turn. Let's see where she goes from here. Around the turn they go, and High Happy has taken the lead. Hunting Horn is second, and now Frankie Dettori brings Enable to the outside of them, and here she comes up for the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Magical's moving with her, and she got an inside run, and they're into the stretch, and the two fillies are 1-2, Magical and Enable, and they kick on from Sadler's Joy. It's Enable on the outside in the center of the turf course. She has taken the lead, and she's pulling away from Magical, who continues to battle her though. It's these two, 1-2 down to the finish. Enable and Magical, and they're well clear of the others. Racing Royalty, Enable, and Frankie Dettori. The ARC winner is the Breeders' Cup Turf winner too. Magical was second. It was a long way back to Sadler's Joy and Arklow. Enable has done it.
They're off. In the Tattersalls Gold Cup, Group 1 over 1 mile, 2.5 furlongs, and the first to show the St. Leger winner, Flag of Honour. Leading in the early stages, Stable Companion and long odds on favourite Magical. 3 lengths between them, and they're followed by Ziba, who's racing right alongside Verbal Dexterity, with the back marker passing the 9 pole, Mustagier. Flag of Honour shows 2.5 lengths in front of Magical, with a couple of lengths back to Verbal Dexterity, who's on the outside of Ziba, and Mustagier remains last of the 5 as they continue their journey towards the 7 furlong point, and no changes, with Flag of Honour going along in front, who has had to play second fiddle to Magical twice already this season, in the Alleged at Nace, and most recently in the Mooresbridge Stakes here at headquarters, is going along a couple of lengths in front of the long odds on favourite Magical, then Ziba, Verbal Dexterity, and Mustagier. They're nicely spaced out, continuing towards the halfway stage, and soon to make the downhill run on the approach to the straight. And it's Flag of Honour and Magical, the stable companions, coming away from Ziba, Verbal Dexterity, and Mustagier. Racing onto the 4 as they approach the turn into the straight in the Tattersalls Gold Cup. In front is Flag of Honour with a reduced advantage over Magical, just a couple of lengths between the stable companions, going further and further away from Ziba, Verbal Dexterity, and Mustagier. At the top of the straight with less than 3 to go, Flag of Honour, the first one to be pushed along as Magical looms up on the outside. The pair are well clear from the other 3, Verbal Dexterity, Ziba, and then Mustagier, as Magical has quickly got the better of Flag of Honour. They're way out in front of Mustagier, who's running on into 3rd place ahead of Verbal Dexterity, and then Ziba. But it's Magical, the champion Fillies and Mares winner, who is going to make it 3 from 3 for the season in the Tattersalls Gold Cup. Magical, oh, she's all of that. Second is Flag of Honour, 1-2 for Ballydoyle, and then Mustagier, Ziba, and Verbal Dexterity.
All in. And they're off for the Prince of Wales' Stakes. Group 1 contest over 1.25 miles. Hunting Horn in the dark blue was one of the first to get away. as they make the downhill run towards Swindley Bottom, with Deirdre, the white sleeves, racing handily, and Magical purple jacket for Ryan Moore on the inner. Now, Frankie's got Crystal Ocean, yellow cap in the leading half of the field and just a length off the pace. Zabil Prince in a spotted jacket tucks away towards the inner as they bear right-handed, shadowed by French raider Valtgeist in a red jacket, a fairly steady pace. There's a break of a length and a half to Sea of Class, Yellow Silks racing last but one, and Desert Encounter is at the tail of the field. Making the ascent now out of Swindley Bottom inside the final 7 furlongs, and Hunting Horn just lifting the tempo. Moves on by a couple of lengths to Crystal Ocean heading the pursuit. Magical is just a length further back in third. Then there's a break of 2 lengths to Deirdre with the white sleeves wide of Zabil Prince against the running rail. Valtgeist in a red jacket is alongside Desert Encounter, and Sea of Class has dropped to the tail as they pass halfway, and she would be about 8 lengths off the leader Hunting Horn. So heading for the last half mile in the Prince of Wales' Stakes, Hunting Horn leading Crystal Ocean into the turn. They're now 2 lengths ahead of Magical and Ryan Moore purple jacket. He's just beginning to squeeze the filly along as they swing back towards the last 3 furlongs. Deirdre with the white face is on the outer of Zabil Prince, followed by Valtgeist, Desert Encounter ridden along, Sea of Class, yellow jacket, still sitting at the back of the field. Down the straight they come. Frankie now brings Crystal Ocean down the centre, coming to take on Hunting Horn. They're still over 2 lengths ahead of Magical, who's being driven firmly purple cap by Ryan Moore. The group of 3 up ahead are a little way clear of Valtgeist. Sea of Class on the extreme right. A furlong and a half to go. Crystal Ocean with Magical now switching to come and have a crack at him. They've gone over 2 lengths clear from Hunting Horn. Crystal Ocean in front, passing the furlong. Magical has got within a length. Can she get past Crystal Ocean? Edging right, leaning off a true line. Magical is continuing to pester, but Crystal Ocean is doing enough and takes the Prince of Wales' Stakes under Frankie. Magical in second.
They're off. In the Quipco Irish Champions Stakes, Group 1 over 10 furlongs, and in the early stages, sent on to lead is Hunting Horn, taking up his pacemaking duties, followed by Magical as they race the end of the opening stages. They're followed by Ellercam Black Cap on the outside. They're tracked down the back straight by the Derby winner Anthony Van Dyke, and just behind them is Magic Wand, and then comes Mad Moon, with towards the rear Deirdre for Japan under last year's winning jockey Oisin Murphy, and bringing up the rear is Headman. They're heading right across from the stand, 7 furlongs to go, and the leader is Hunting Horn and Emmett McNamara, showing a couple of lengths in front of Magical and Ryan Moore, a handy second. And then Ellercam and Jim Crowley on the outside of Anthony Van Dyke and Wayne Lorden, and Magic Wand in between horses Shamie Heffernan. Mad Moon tracks Chris Hayes, and then Deirdre and Oisin Murphy. Back marker continues. Headman and Jason Watson, they're at the 5. The halfway stage in the Quipco Irish Champion Stakes, and it is Hunting Horn maintaining a lead of a couple of lengths over Magical second. Then Ellercam just showing third on the outside of Anthony Van Dyke, and then Magic Wand. The final 3 are Mad Moon, Deirdre and Headman. Very tightly grouped with half a mile left to go. Less than 5 lengths covering the 8 as they begin the run back towards home. Hunting Horn with looming up on the outside Magical in the purple and white jacket. Then Ellercam and Magic Wand and Anthony Van Dyke the rail, followed by Mad Moon, Deirdre, and Headman is beginning to take closer order on the outside. They're into the straight. 2.5 to go. Hunting Horn strongly pressed by Magical. Here she comes in between horses. Ellercam. Headman is on the outside of Mad Moon, then Magic Wand, Anthony Van Dyke and Deirdre racing down to the final furlong. Magical has gone for home and the Quipco Irish champion, chased by Magic Wand, Anthony Van Dyke. Headman next with Mad Moon, but it's Magical in front as they run to the finish. It's her stage, the Quipco Irish Champion Stakes, with Magic Wand in between horses, Anthony Van Dyke and Deirdre for the...
And they're off. I Can Fly dwells a little, leaving the starting stalls. Away strongly a day towards the inside. Also Happy Parent, the noseband. Wider out, getting across now is Regal Reality to grab the overall advantage. Magical is handy in the purple cap towards the outside. Out wide, pulling hard is Pondus, just out wide and behind Coronet. And then Adayeb. Deirdre is getting plenty of cover on the inside. And Medaille is weighted with today under restraint running down the hill with on on the inside of her I Can Fly, Regal Reality and Jim Crowley by a length to the favourite Magical in second place. Foxtel is third on the inside as they swing Swinley bottom, followed by Adayeb and Deirdre for Japan. Then behind those is Coronet as they now run uphill towards the home turn, a long run to the home turn. Pondus is out wide towards the back, white-capped I Can Fly and Madayi still held on to. Regal Reality the inside of Magical as they make their way now towards the 5 furlong marker in the Kipco Champion Stakes. Regal Reality by a length and a half to Magical, a length and a half further back to Foxtel, then Adayeb and Coronet. Pondus on the outside, Deirdre the rail, I Can Fly and Madayi, who'd only be about 7 lengths off the lead entering the final half mile. Regal Reality has led all the way, but they're beginning to queue up to mount challenges, headed by Magical in second place. Adayeb getting closer in the yellow jacket. Foxtel round the inside, then Coronet and Deirdre right round the inner, just shifting off the back of Foxtel now as they swing the corner. Regal Reality, Magical is well poised there in second place. Foxtel, Adayeb, then Deirdre's off the inside now. Coronet, he says go on Magical on the outside of Regal Reality. Foxtel gets up the rail. Magical strikes the front from Foxtel. Here's Adayeb putting in a sterling run out wide. Deirdre's got plenty to find. Magical from Adayeb inside the final furlong. Magical by 3/4 of a length to Adayeb, who's trying hard, then Foxtel, but Magical is tough as they come, and Magical is going to cling on and win the Champion Stakes and a second win on Champions Day. Adayeb in second, tight for third between Foxtel and Deirdre.
Set for the feature. They're off. This is the Alwas Mia Pretty Polly Stakes, Group 1 over 1.25 miles. And it's the odds on chance Magical, the first to show, followed by Rocco Roma and Cayenne Pepper. A couple of lengths to True Self and Held Up Fleeting as they race in the early part. In the lead is Magical and Shamie Heffernan, going along a length and a half in front of Rocco Roma and Colin Keenan second, and third is Cayenne Pepper and Shane Foley, a break of 3 lengths to the globe-trotting mare True Self, who was one behind the ultra-consistent Fleeting. Those last two ridden respectively by Kevin Manning and Wayne Lorden. Heading past the 7 furlong point, and the leader is Magical. Her first race back after a brilliant campaign last year is followed by Rocco Roma, Cayenne Pepper, True Self and Fleeting. No changes in the order as they pass the 6th. They're just outside halfway, and the Alwas Mia Pretty Polly Stakes. And it's Magical the leader, keeping it simple out in front, with Rocco Roma moving on 4 lengths clear of the third running Cayenne Pepper, and then True Self and Fleeting as they're inside the halfway stage and beginning the downhill run for the turn into the straight. Magical the leader from Rocco Roma. In third place Cayenne Pepper, True Self and Fleeting. They remain in the same order as they come round the turn that brings them into the straight. 3.5 furlongs to go, and it's Magical moving on a couple of lengths in front of Rocco Roma, with pushed along in third Cayenne Pepper in the red cap, followed off the bend by True Self and Fleeting. Racing in the straight with 2.5 furlongs to go, and Magical is pointing the toe out for home, has readily gotten clear from Rocco Roma, and then Cayenne Pepper, True Self and Fleeting in the centre of the track. But Magical is in glorious isolation, racing to the final furlong, is way out in front of Cayenne Pepper. Fleeting is running on the outside of True Self, but it's multiple Group 1 winner Magical, who's set to add another on her return to action. The Alwas Mia Pretty Polly Stakes, a brilliant return. Cayenne Pepper second, third Fleeting, fourth True Self. Rocco Roma dropped back to last. As the white flag is raised, all are in. They're off in the Tattersalls Gold Cup, Group 1 over 1.25 miles. And it is triple course winner Buckhurst and Magical gone up on the outside, being followed by Armory. And with that trio is Leo De Fury, a break of 2.5 lengths, and taking a stumble there, Leo De Fury. At the rear of the field, both Sir Dragonet and the St. Ledger Heroine search for a song as they race up to the mile mark. And settling down in front is Magical, followed by Buckhurst, Armory, Leo De Fury with the noseband on the outside, followed by Sir Dragonet in the pale pink colours, as one behind search for a song. As they turn at the 7, beginning the uphill run to the top of the track. And it's Magical, going along in the lead, an authoritative winner of last year's race, and was brilliant here in the Pretty Polly on her reappearance. Leads under Wayne Lorden with Leo De Fury and Shane Foley disputing second, with Buckhurst and Declan McDonough, and then Armory and Porrick Beggy. Sir Dragonet and Derby winner Emmett McNamara would search for a song, and Ushinor last of the six. Little changes in the order as they come past the halfway stage, and it's Magical maintaining an advantage of a length over recent Moorsbridge winner Leo De Fury, who's continuing to duel for the second spot with Buckhurst, and then Armory, Sir Dragonet and Search for a Song as they run into the straight. 3.5 furlongs to go, and it's Magical moving on a couple of lengths in front. Driven on the outside is Leo De Fury, then Buckhurst followed in the straight by Armory, and then comes Sir Dragonet, and these have left Search for a Song. Passing the two, and it's Magical the leader from Leo De Fury. Buckhurst is on the rail, and then Sir Dragonet, who's angled out ahead of Armory and Search for a Song. But it's Magical by 3 lengths, racing just outside the final furlong, and it's Magical opening up a clear lead over a running on Sir Dragonet, and then comes Leo De Fury, but racing into the last half furlong, it's Magical out on her own in many ways, and will defend her title in the Group 1 Tattersalls Gold Cup. Second Sir Dragonet, third Search for a Song, then Armory, a 1-2-4 for Aidan O'Brien, Leo De Fury, and the back marker was Buckhurst.
Lined up, and away they go then for this 49th running of the Juddmonte International over this extended mile and a quarter. Gayarth away to a good start. Rose of Kildare is almost dwarfed by the horse on the inside, is racing in second, and already these two have opened up a little bit, about 2 to 3 lengths clear of the mare Magical, who's just ahead of Lord North, and looking on from the back is Kamiko, the 2,000 guineas hero, in the hands of Oisin Murphy as they race on past the mile start over on the far side. So Gayarth then being held together here by William Buick, strides out in front at the head of the Juddmonte field and leads by about 3 lengths to Rose of Kildare, who's just ahead of Magical in second and third. Lord North, the Prince of Wales' stakes winner, is covered up by James Doyle in fourth, and locked away on the inside Kamiko in the hands of Oisin Murphy, and already they're racing down the side of the Knavesmire now and beginning to approach the final 5.5 furlongs of the race. About halfway then in this splendid contest, and Gayarth striding out in front as he does with some purpose, and leads Magical in towards the home straight now. She goes into second ahead of Rose of Kildare. Kamiko sneaking up the inside of Lord North. These two sitting chilly at the back of the field then as they come down the Knavesmire here inside the final 3.5 furlongs, and Gayarth striding out with some purpose in front, leads by 3. Magical is flat out. Lord North now emerging and cruising through on the bridle to try and challenge here. Up the inside then is Kamiko. Gayarth still the lead, but it's just being whittled back a little bit now as the others try to close on the inside. What has Will Buick got left? Now he gets to work on Gayarth as Kamiko moves up into second place on the inside. Magical next then with Lord North, a Rose of Kildare. Gayarth passes the furlong marker, still too clear. Magical battling as ever in second place, but Gayarth has not seen another rival, and he's going to see them all off here in the Juddmonte. He's relentless. Gayarth completes a great Group 1 hat-trick and wins the Juddmonte from Magical. Lord North in third, and Kamiko next.
Set, they're off. In the Irish Champion Stakes, Group 1 over 1.25 miles, and in the early exchanges, it's Gayarth, the first one to show, is bowling along at a place he likes to be. Is followed by Magical, white cap on the outside of stable companion Japan. A break of a few lengths then to Sotsas for France, and alongside is Armory and the back marker Leo De Fury. A good space between first and last, heading on towards the 7 furlong point, and the leader is Gayarth and William Buick by 3 parts of a length to last year's brilliant winner Magical, keeping a close eye on her conqueror, and then Japan in third place. A bit of a break then to Sotsas and Armory, and detached is Leo De Fury. 6 furlongs to go, and 3 up front are going along nicely clear of the second half of the field. It's Gayath and William Buick towards halfway. 3 parts of a length in front of Magical, Shamie Heffernan. In third place is Japan and Ryan Moore. Closing up and behind is Sotsas and Colin Keane, and then Armory and Wayne Lorden, and the back marker is Leo De Fury and Shane Foley. They're racing towards the 4 in the Irish Champion Stakes. And Gayath is the leader, but only just to Magical up on the outside. Nudged along in third is Japan, and then Sotsas, Armory and Leo De Fury chased along at the back as they leave the 3 behind them. And it's Gayath, and on the outside, Magical matching strides on the turn into the straight. Then comes Japan, Sotsas, Armory, 4 lengths to Leo De Fury into the straight, 2 furlongs to go. And it's Gayath from Magical, and Japan's gone for the rail. Sotsas, Armory stays on. Racing towards the final furlong and a half. Roll up, roll up. It's Magical on the near side, who's trying to exact revenge on Gayath. Armory is on the outside with Sotsas. It's Magical for her second Irish Champion Stakes. Lowers the colours of Gayath. Armory, Sotsas, Japan, and Leo De Fury.
And a quarter start. And they're away. Racing in the Kipco Champion Stakes. Adayab ridden forward on the outside of Mishriff in the early stages. Magical seeking a good position as well. Serpentine is also pushed forward, so the pace looking fairly honest into the bottom bend. And Serpentine leads the way to Adayab. Then Mishriff in the maroon jacket. Magical in 4th place. The grey Scaletti towards the inside, followed by Extra Elusive and Japan. Lord North is a little wider, just ahead of Japan. And then Pile Driver and Desert Encounter at the back of the field. So swinging round Swinley Bottom, Serpentine out in front as he was at Epsom back in June, where he blazed the trail across Epsom Downs to win the Derby. He leads the way here at Ascot by 3/4 of a length to Adayab. Scaletti is third on the inside of Mishriff. Then Magical, last year's winner, in 5th place from Lord North, and they're followed by Japan on the inside. Maybe the pace has slackened a little bit. Back in the field, Pile Driver, Extra Elusive, and Desert Encounter inside the final 3/4 of a mile. Serpentine leads the way in the hands of William Buick, shadowed all the way by Adayab and Tom Marquand, and they are tracked by Mishriff, with Scaletti towards the inside, Pierre-Charles Boudot, then Magical and Ryan Moore, and Lord North and James Doyle. Further back is Japan and Pile Driver and Extra Elusive and Desert Encounter, as now they race past the 4 furlong marker. Serpentine pressing on again from Adayab in 2nd. Back in 3rd, Scaletti on the inside. Mishriff, Magical locked away on the inside there. Lord North is moving up. They're followed by Japan. Pile Driver being asked a few questions from Extra Elusive and Desert Encounter into the home straight. And Serpentine leads the way. There's a big gap for the grey Scaletti. Adayab is challenging, so too Mishriff. Magical now finding a way through, or trying to find a way through, as Adayab strikes the front from Scaletti. Then Serpentine, Magical. Mishriff is back behind these, and it's Adayab that leads the way, approaching the final furlong. Adayab pulls 2 lengths clear. Scaletti is trying to rally in 2nd place. Magical now into the clear in 3rd, but it's looking too late. And Adayab, who floats across soft ground. Adayab coming away to win the Champion Stakes in the hands of Tom Marquand. Scaletti 2nd, Magical back in 3rd, and Serpent.
And they're all in line. There goes Lord North once again, very restless in the gate. Off in the Longines Breeders' Cup turf. And Channel Maker is sent out to the early lead. United goes with him and is running in 2nd position into that first turn. And then it's Red King, Magical, and Arklow to the inside. Lord North is racing about 4.5 lengths from the front as they race on that first turn. Then Medea to the inside, followed by Tarnawa. Donya is second last, and Mogul is the early trailer. So the American horses will lead the way early on here. Channel Maker the leader. United is running along in 2nd position. Pace is slow, 25.57 the opening quarter mile, and these two will take them into the stretch first time around. And then it's Red King on the outside, followed down toward the rail by Arklow. Magical is right in behind them, running in 5th, just 2.5 lengths behind into this slow pace. And they're being followed by Medea and Lord North to the outside. Break of another 2 lengths more to Tarnawa, Donya, and Mogul on hold at the back. 51.06 was the half mile for Channel Maker, with 1 lap to go, leads the way into that turn. Channel Maker, the leader by a half a length. United sticks to him in second. Arklow will ride the rail into the turn, right alongside of Red King and the mare Magical between those two. Break of another 2 to Medea. Lord North to the outside. Taking a bobble there was Donya, who is now at the back of the field after 3/4 in 1:15.99. So up the backstretch they go. It's been Channel Maker and United 1-2 throughout. Red King is third on the outside of Arklow. Magical is fifth in between horses, racing just 3.5 lengths from the front. Then Medea, Lord North, Mogul is making his way through traffic now. Mogul is 5.5 lengths behind and splitting horses as the field races for the far turn. Then it's Tarnawa and Donya. Channel Maker on top, moving for the far turn, shakes away a length and a half. United follows in second, Arklow is third. Magical is being asked for her best run now. Red King is on her outside and under a ride 3 wide. Mogul is in behind them, waiting for a way through. Mogul now 6.5 behind and being asked to go, and Channel Maker kicks away. Channel Maker kicks away at the top of the stretch with 3/16 to go. It's a 3-length lead. Arklow is second. Medea's coming up the fence. Tarnawa's closing on the outside. Not today for Mogul. Channel Maker reaching for the wire. Here comes Tarnawa, storming down the center of the course to take the lead. And Tarnawa, the filly, has won the turf. It was close for second between Magical and Channel Maker.
Down in front of the stands. They're racing. And Scaletti was slow. Might have got a bit of a squeeze up just after the start, so he'll settle last, and Denon Premium and Time Warp. They went past the winning post in spots 1 and 2 from Furore, dropping into a perfect spot third the rail. Windbright fourth in front of Normcore from Magical against the fence. Dances with Dragon second last, and Scaletti is last. His favourite role. Time Warp takes them out towards the mile and he strides away. He's out by 3 lengths on Denon Premium and Furore third the rail. Windbright at his farewell starts 2 lengths away fourth, and Magical looking for Group 1 win number 8. She's fifth on the fence. The speed goes out of the race now. Normcore is next from Scaletti. He's against the fence, and last of all is Dances with Dragon. It's Time Warp the leader. He's a length on Denon Premium, who has the mouth wide open to his outside. Furore's in a perfect spot. Windbright likely fourth. A length away next is Magical, and then came Normcore, followed by Scaletti and Dances with Dragon as last. Halfway in the Longines Hong Kong Cup, and Time Warp left alone to control the race. He's a length and a half down on Premium, still with the mouth open. Furore's a length away third. Windbright camped off the speed fourth. 2 lengths to Magical, then came Normcore. They've upped the speed. 2 lengths Scaletti, and Dances with Dragon as last. It's Time Warp in front, 6:50 to go. Denon Premium's half a length away. The fellow Japanese Windbright third from Furore. Magical fifth from Normcore. Dances with Dragon and Scaletti. Denon Premium went past Time Warp. Furore's out now from Windbright. Normcore next from Magical behind them. Denon Premium, 2:50 to go in the cup. He's a length on Windbright. Furore. Normcore's out wider. Magical still makes ground. Denon Premium, Windbright, Normcore outside the 3. Normcore's run to the front for Zach Purden over Windbright and Magical, and Normcore won the cup. Normcore from either Windbright or Magical, then Denon Premium, next in Furore. Dances with Dragon, Scaletti, and Time Warp has run last. It's the Japanese again. It's the grey mare Normcore. She's been too good for either Windbright or Magical, and Zach knew he had it one short of the line. They're just too good, the Japanese. Denon smash. They'll run 1-2 here because Windbright's run second, Magical third. Denon Premium, he was probably his own worst enemy. He raced outside Time Warp with the mouth wide open, and Normcore has been able to capitalise on it. Not quite the fairy tale finish for Windbright, but there was nothing wrong with his run. And the mighty mare Magical, she just might have needed a bit further, but she's been beaten by a better mare.